Focus on you. In a world that constantly pulls at your attention from every direction, social media notifications, endless to-do lists, people's expectations, and the subtle pressure to compare yourself with others, it's easy to forget the most important project you'll ever work on, yourself. Focusing on you doesn't mean you become selfish or stop caring for others. It means you recognize that your growth, your peace, your clarity, and your happiness form the foundation for everything you give to the world. When you invest in yourself, you don't just improve your own life. You indirectly lift the lives of those around you. But to truly focus on yourself, you must learn the art of saying no to distractions, detaching from unhealthy comparisons, and building daily habits that align with your vision of who you want to become. The truth is, life becomes clearer when you stop looking sideways and start looking inward. So many people waste years chasing standards that were never truly their own, working in careers they don't love, maintaining friendships that drain them, or measuring success by someone else's highlight reel. But focusing on you is about reclaiming your narrative. It's about asking yourself hard questions. What do I really want? What values guide me? What am I willing to sacrifice for my dreams? When you slow down enough to hear your own answers, you start living intentionally instead of reactively. And intentional living is where fulfillment begins. This shift also requires self-awareness, which is a skill you can develop through reflection, journaling, meditation, and honest conversations with yourself. When you focus on you, you don't just notice your strengths, you also confront your weaknesses. You admit where you've been procrastinating, where fear has been holding you back, and where your own habits have sabotaged your progress. But instead of drowning in guilt, you take ownership. You stop blaming circumstances and start asking, what can I do about it? That's the power of personal responsibility. It turns you from a victim of life into the architect of your life. Focusing on you also means being unapologetic about your boundaries. Too many people dilute their energy by trying to be available to everyone, all the time. They're afraid of being seen as rude, distant, or arrogant, so they say yes to every request, even when it leaves them feeling drained. But boundaries aren't walls to keep people out. They're gates that protect your mental, emotional, and physical energy. If you don't guard your focus, someone else will direct it for you. Whether it's limiting how often you check your phone, protecting your mornings for personal work, or learning to politely decline commitments that don't serve you, boundaries are an act of self-respect. And self-respect is at the heart of focusing on you. Another pillar of self-focus is health, because no matter how ambitious your goals are, your mind and body are the vehicles that will get you there. You can't focus on your dreams if you're constantly exhausted, stressed, or unwell. That's why eating nourishing foods, exercising regularly, sleeping deeply, and managing stress aren't luxuries. They're necessities. Think of your body like a high-performance engine. The better you fuel it, the smoother it runs, the longer it lasts, and the further it can take you. And remember, mental health is just as important as physical health. Practices like mindfulness, gratitude, and even therapy can keep your inner world resilient in the face of life's challenges. Equally important is the ability to quiet the noise of comparison. Social media has made it effortless to see everyone else's achievements, vacations, and lifestyles, but you're rarely seeing the struggles behind the scenes. If you're not careful, comparison can trick you into thinking you're behind or unworthy, when in reality, you're simply on a different path. Focusing on you means shifting your attention from other people's timelines to your own progress. Ask yourself, am I moving closer to the person I want to become? That's the only metric that matters. And focusing on you doesn't happen overnight. It's a lifelong process. There will be seasons when you feel deeply aligned with yourself and seasons when you drift. That's okay. What matters is the constant return to your center, the daily decision to prioritize what truly matters to you. Even small acts done consistently create massive transformation over time. Reading for 20 minutes a day sharpens your mind. Writing down your goals keeps you directed. Taking a short walk every morning energizes you. These habits might seem small, but they compound into a life you can be proud of. You'll also notice that as you focus more on yourself, some relationships will naturally fade away. This can feel painful at first, especially if those relationships were a big part of your identity. But it's important to understand that not everyone is meant to walk with you through every chapter of your life. Some people will misunderstand your need for solitude or growth as disinterest. That's not your burden to carry. The people who truly care for you will respect your journey, even if it means giving you space. One of the most empowering aspects of focusing on you is discovering what truly excites and inspires you. When you stop living for others' approval, you can explore your genuine passions, whether that's art, business, teaching, fitness, travel, or something entirely different. And here's the beautiful thing. When you immerse yourself in something you love, your energy becomes magnetic. You naturally inspire others, not by trying to, but simply by being authentically engaged in your own life. Another key part of this journey is patience. In an instant gratification culture, it's easy to expect results overnight. But personal growth works more like planting a tree. You don't plant the seed today and expect shade tomorrow. You water it, protect it, and give it time. Focusing on you means trusting the process, even when you don't see immediate results. Your discipline will pay off in ways you can't yet imagine, but only if you keep going. You also have to redefine what success means for you. For some, it's financial freedom. For others, it's deep relationships, creative expression, or spiritual growth. The mistake is chasing a version of success that's been handed to you by society, family, or peers without questioning whether it truly resonates with your heart. Sit down with yourself and write a personal definition of success. Then make your daily decisions align with it. Finally, remember that focusing on you is not a one-time project. It's a lifestyle. It's waking up each day and asking, what can I do today that brings me closer to my vision? It's learning from your mistakes without letting them define you. It's celebrating your wins, big or small, because they're proof you're moving forward. And most importantly, it's treating yourself with the same kindness and encouragement you'd offer a loved one. Life will always throw distractions, challenges, and demands your way. But when your priority is to focus on you, you move through life with a sense of clarity, strength, and purpose that no outside force can shake. You become grounded, confident, and aligned. Not because everything is perfect, but because you've learned to anchor yourself in who you are and what you stand for. And that ultimately is the greatest gift you can give yourself and the world.